everybody, welcome back to the episode of Lies and Doubt and Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we have been raided. Awesome news, right? We're getting revenge raided. Nope. Look at this. We were raided. They stole our pistol. They stole a stack of freaking cameras. And apparently that's not enough anymore. All right, for the first time we get raided in over a week, they steal also a stack of my cameras in addition to the usual stuff we bait them with. And what do you know? There are no footsteps, so I'm having a great day to begin with. I hope that you guys are as well. I hope your guys' day is actually great, unlike my sarcastically great day. But no worries, despite the fact that we've been robbed of 20 freaking cameras, which is just like, it's aggravating because I was in the middle of breaking them down too. We're about to get crazy amounts of lenses from that, man, but we're still gonna be contacting the raiders. We're still gonna be going on a raid of our own. No worries, lads and lassies, we do have that coming in. There you are, raiders. I was like, it's taking you boys and girls a little bit of a second, so we'll call them over and we'll go ahead and get the code for today. Today's code is going to be 64170. If that's out of date by the time you're trying to use it, make sure to go ahead and check that comment section down below for an up-to-date version of that sequence of numbers brought to you by the favorite fantastic community here at the Snipe Gang. One that I urge you to join by subscribing and hit that notification bell. It's a pretty good. Ooh, do you want the blind one, Dad? I believe I could arrange that, Mr. Raid, or something like that. Might very well be happening. But before we dive into that, boom, what you guys are seeing right here and right now is actually some news we got confirmation coming from Kafia actually about what the metal cutter is actually going to look like in game. Over here, you guys can actually see Resback asking, is this how the metal cutter is going to look like? And Cloud responds, yep. So you might be thinking, oh my god, where is that screenshot from? Guys, that is actually from a ridiculously old event that was unfortunately taken out of the game. It was such a fun event. I was pretty disappointed when it got taken out, but knowing what event this was from, I actually went ahead and went into some old videos and actually got ourselves a pretty quality view of what we should be seeing. So boom, that is exactly what you guys are seeing right now. So in the foreground, I am actually battling against waves of enemies, which was part of the event, so to speak. But what you guys are seeing over in the upper right hand corner portion of the screen is the metal cutter in action, because we do have confirmation that that was the metal cutter. We actually do have confirmation that this is metal cutter gameplay right here that we are seeing. So that is what it appears that the metal cutter is going to be looking like. That is what it appears what the animation will be like, how you're gonna kind of like be chopping like that, because I don't think they'd really have any need to change up the metal cutter. But nonetheless, that is very, very awesome to see something like that, and I really wanted to showcase this off to you because the metal cutter is on the roadmap down the line, because it is pretty much the next phase of raiding. It is going to pretty much be the next raiding update, because they don't really have anything else to add to raids unless they start to add in more defenses and stuff. So I want to go ahead and start getting that hype and start showing you boys and girls what it does appear, especially because some of you guys, some of you newer Last Down Earth players may not know that this ever existed. So this is actually a pretty nice kind of blast to the past and a look at the metal cutter as well. It actually got me thinking about that old event. Actually, what you guys are going to be seeing here is going to be the finale to that event, where the the metal cutter does finish and that thing does get added up. So it was such an awesome event because it was actually like waves or whatever. You guys are seeing a turret that you could actually repair utilizing a couple of different things. There was kind of like a miniature quest system with it as well, which was a very cool. You could even equip that second person over at the bottom with some loot as well, and he would literally help you like a companion. And this is the type of loot that you got. And honestly, reminiscing about this, like, this seems like totally reasonable loot, which is like, Kafir, maybe please bring back the Smugglers camp, because back in the day that was pretty really good loot, especially getting some of the stuff like the engine part, the aluminum plate when aluminum was a lot rare, and especially a little bit of shotgun rain. And I mean, now that like that stuff's definitely not as valuable as it used to be in the past, now we have like more valuable materials that are a little bit more rare, such as copper, such as steel, etc, etc. But dude, I just want to see this thing return, man. I want to get you guys' opinions on that, because the Smugglers camp was honestly such a great thing. And it was, I don't know, like, even if it came back as like a freaking weekly event or something that popped up once a week and you could head over there, maybe they could adjust the loot a little bit. But looking back about the metal cutter gameplay, it's really got me reminiscing about what was truly a really fun event with like this whole wave system. And it was so awesome being able to actually equip. So you had the first guy who was cutting using the metal cutter, but then you could actually equip the second guy with like your own choice of guns, your own choice of armor. There was like this awesome just it felt so good, like literally having like a follower slash a helper that like you controlled the destiny of, that you controlled how powerful he would be. And it just sucks to see such an, like, dude, it was actually like relatively advanced if you think about like all the systems it incorporated. It sucks to see something like that go. You can even repair the turret in the middle, but I just kind of want to toss that back out there and actually see what you guys thought about it. So I'd love to hear what you guys got to say about the metal cutter in that comment section down below. But I'd also love to hear what you guys got to say about the Smugglers camp, and if you think it should return, and maybe, I don't know, if we make enough ruckus, if Kafir sees that there is still a want for this, especially because, like, I mean, the loot back then, maybe it was a little bit OP, but that loot compared to like the loot we get now out of most things is definitely not as OP. So maybe we might be seeing a return to it, because it was so awesome being able to have that. I think I speak for everyone when I say that having such a dope variety of events and locations to go to is probably when Last Day on Earth gets awesomer and awesomer, because then you don't always have to go to the same place, but you know, depending on the day, depending on what happens, it kind of like will adjust how you end up playing Last Day that day, which really makes for more unique gameplay. But I don't know, man, that's at least my thoughts on the situation. Like I've said, I'd love to hear what you guys got to say, both about the metal cutter, whether that be your own thoughts, you guys' thoughts on my thoughts, and that type of jazz, and also on the Smugglers camp in that comment section down below. And reminder, contribution there of the way, it's the week of $12 and $2 store gift card giveaway. All you gotta do is make sure you like button, make sure you subscribe. That's sure you win on today's video. Y'all go down, turn on every single last video. Wednesday, Saturday, I'll pick a random video from the past week, pick a random comment from that random video, and that will be the winner for the week. And we'll kick off the weekly giveaway that exact same Saturday as well. So make sure you stay tuned with that notification bell hit to stay up to date with all the latest of Last Day on Earth information, all the latest of Last Day on Earth update gameplay as soon as that stuff comes out, because you know we're gonna be all over that, having an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time and whatnot. Not to mention all the other dope survival games we are checking out, especially with update. We are actually in the new update 1.9.5, in case you guys didn't know. Now, I was saying that update 1.9.5 was going to have the new location and stuff, but it looks like 1.9.5 ended up with just being like a minor bug fix. So what that means is that now it is slated that 1.9.6 is going to be the thing that does add in the new police location, which, ooh, does that look dope? The new Winchester, the new zombies at the location, all that type of jazz. And as soon as that comes out, you know we're going to be swarming it. You know we're going to be covering the bejesus out of it. And you know we're going to be having a fan-freaking-tastic time out of it, and hopefully making sure you guys are prepared for when you do head on over. But that is slated to be in 1.9.6, and just like that's the thing though, sometimes they will release those minor bug fix updates in between. But at the end of the day, what I do mean when I say that is that the next major version, the next major update that actually adds in content is going to be that police location and whatnot, which is just going to be so freaking dope, and I can't wait to dive into that. But we got some stuff we got to dive into today. We got this recycler we got to get to repairing, and you guys got that subscribe button to get to hitting. In case it is not quite yet hit, you guys can actually see I was doing a little bit over there on the repair side, because some repairs were definitely necessary from the raiders who decided to break into my stuff and not leave any footsteps. Still very, very salty about that, in case you guys haven't been able to decipher. Dude, like, seriously, the first, like, we have been such a dry spell of raiding, and then to get raided and have that happen with, like, I gave them traditionally what is enough to get a revenge raid, but apparently the raiders got higher standards now or something. Like I was saying, with that subscription notification bell, it's also dope because we are checking out many other dope survival games onto the channel as well. So all in all, a pretty sound investment, if you ask me. Now, unfortunately, I do not manage your subscription portfolio of stocks. I guess your subscription is not really stocks, but you know what I mean. But hey, there's a lot of dankness to come, so I'm just saying it appears to be a pretty good one. But here is the situation. We got to go ahead and we got a puppy over here. This is from our last visit to the farm. I actually never redeemed him, so hello, Riley. Welcome, my friend. We are looking pretty good on armor. Allow me to just very quickly go ahead and put a couple of these things away, and the rest of this stuff we are going to be bringing ourselves for all intents and purposes, because over here, well, these two things are for something completely different. We also do need to grab some tickets and whatnot. But yeah, we do need to go ahead and actually grab ourselves a couple of tickets, because we are going to be opening up some things, because currently we only have 2 C4. I was able to acquire 1 more before the video started, but still I would really feel more comfortable being able to raid with more. So we do actually have enough red tickets. I'm going to grab those in just a jiff to get the red ticket crate after we do destroy the blind one. And we do need to destroy the blind one because it is part of the Raiders quest as well. So that's kind of like, you know, all in all, like, it all adds up for the preparations we're doing. This is what I'm doing for the next raid. You better leave footsteps. I am leaving behind way more valuable than I'm used to leaving behind. Okay, raiders who dare cometh. So please leave behind footsteps, and don't you dare do that to me again. That is, oof, that is the definition of oof. That just hurt. That just hit me right in the heart or whatever. But let's go ahead and grab those green tickets that we do require. We'll actually go ahead and trade in the blueprints as well. But I also want to go ahead and grab myself a shotgun to have a little bit of fun with. I should have that shotgun over somewhere. But right now, I'm just looking to try and acquire them green tickets that we need. We are a couple of short. You guys can see we are 1 red ticket short. So we definitely should be able to make the proper adjustments, the proper changes, and whatnot. Where'd I put that shotgun? Oh, there she is. I knew I was forgetting her somewhere, but hold on. I'm gonna see if I can't find a couple of those green tickets. Super lickety split. Hey, muzzle tough. We're looking good on the green ticket front, the yellow ticket front, and after we pay a quick visit to our blind buddy numero uno, we're gonna be looking mighty fine on the red ticket front as well. And I am crossing my fingers that that red ticket crate is the one that does grant us a 3rd C4. 3 C4 is a pretty good number to be raiding with, at least from my experience. 4 C4 is very safe. Dude, we've used 3 C4 and not had anything great, but the 4th C4, and we still had some noise to spare afterwards. But honestly, using 4 C4 is definitely a viable strategy. It wasn't the greatest thing ever, but we actually got a lot of weapons out of that raid, which was really nice. But still, I wish I didn't use 4C4 on it, but it was good because we were able to salvage the fact that that raid, after the first 3C4, was not being much kind to us. But after that 4th one, ooh, we got into that weapon raid room. So I don't know, 3 to 4 C4 is definitely the optimal C4 to be raiding with. I do say I like 3 also because that leaves you that 1 slot in your chopper. So when you end up getting the raid that only gives you 1 valuable thing, looking at you, electronic circuit. When you get a raid like that, you can just toss the electronic circuit in your chopper, and then the raiders, when they ask for their fair share of the raid, they won't actually be asking for much because anything you put into your chopper inventory is not taken into account in the raiding system when it's their time to be like, hey yo, give me some of that stuff, man. They don't know about the chopper. It's like a secret hidden compartment. They are very clueless, and I would like to keep them clueless. That is very good. But hopefully the new stuff we gave for the raiders, because when we revenge raid, we didn't have to worry about freaking sharing. So hopefully the new stuff we gave them is good enough, because oh, they have mighty high standards or something now, because historically what has always gotten them to give us a revenge raid, it did not. And dude, just the fact that literally we've been on a week-long dry spell, over a week honestly, of raids, and then that is what happens. We get raided with nothing in return, and they take a stack of cameras. That hurts, dude, because cameras are definitely the most valuable electronic to me right now, because they, if recycled, are able to get you lenses, and I definitely need more lenses in my life, especially with those active skill, with the active skill mod update on the horizon. That one's gonna be coming after the police update with the police station location. Ooh, thank you for that M4, baby. But with the police station location, new police zombies. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing there. The gun blueprints that the police station is going to be dropping as well, because that is gonna be where we can get that, and the new Winchester weapon. It just slated to be a whole ton of fun, but that is the very next update. But then there are still a couple of very cool updates slated for afterwards, like the ability to toss on some of those active skill mods, which currently cannot be unlocked. And also we do have the metal cutter update slated to be coming at some point. It's not on the roadmap, at least I don't think so, but that is probably going to be the next raid update that they do, because they also every once in a while, oh wow, so close, man, so close. Every once in a while they do need to update the raiding database, because if you guys don't know how the raids actually work, is that every time a raid update happens, they will kind of take a quote-unquote snapshot of everyone. God dang it, I want to go to 3. Why'd I go to 4? They take a quote-unquote snapshot of everybody's base at that point in time, and then that is the base that everyone raids. So you're not raiding someone's up-to-date base. No, you are raiding from a database of bases at one specific point in time. And usually whenever they do an update to the raiding system of some sort, the next one probably being the metal cutter, like we were saying, and we were showing off earlier. Dude, that thing's gonna be so dope. I cannot wait to get some for myself. But yeah, that next update is most likely going to be coming with the metal cutter, because that's really the next thing they gotta add. But they've been teasing the metal cutter for a while, but it's definitely getting closer and closer. But I don't know what else they'd really add to the rating system, and usually they wait until they add something, until they update the databases. And because if they do like continuously do it from like a single point in time, what will end up happening is it just ends up being better, because then like with the last time there were like a lot of steel bases, for example, right? And those steel bases pretty much were unraidable, but because there was like a database of just a ton of bases at that one point in time, they were able to get rid of all of the unraidable bases and make for a better database for us to choose from. So that is kind of the advantage of it. And I'm guessing that they are going to want to update the database as well, because once the metal cutter does actually become a thing within the game, like metal bases will actually be raidable, and the loot that they contain, that is going to be very raidable as well. And you know, if someone's got a steel base, they are probably protecting something kind of valuable within those walls or something like that. But for now, let's get to popping off these toxic spitters really quickly, and then the exploder, big boom, yeah, or something like that. I think so. Let's go ahead and keep on shooting. Oh, you thought you could go boom boom on me? No, 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 no boom boom today. And you guys might be seeing update 1.9.4 in the lower right hand corner of the screen. That is because for some reason my emulator hasn't gotten the update yet, but I have seen people posting about 1.9.5, so it is in the middle of rolling out. And from what the version changes did say, it is just some minor bug fixes and whatnot, but nonetheless want to inform you guys about that. But so with that said and with that done, there's a little turd over here that needs a whole ton of death within it. There's a blind one that we gotta hunt down, and there's a smugglers camp that I'm crossing my fingers that hopefully we get back. I don't know, hopefully Confused sees the mad support for it and decides that like the loot was worth. Dude, I just hate seeing them throw away events. You know, I hate them. I hate seeing them. Ooh, I like seeing that, but I hate when Kafir works towards something. Like if it's like a seasonal event, that's a little bit different, but I hate when Kafir works towards building an update and then just gets rid of it, man. That's the way I feel about the shipwreck. That's the way I feel about the smugglers camp. Like it just sucks to know that they put in that work for like something that only lasted for a limited amount of time. And in the form of the smugglers camp and the shipwreck, like they were pretty cool freaking events, and then they just poof disappeared, and all that work that went into it is pretty much well, not really doing much anymore, which is, I don't know, man. It just makes me hurt on the inside. So hopefully Kafir doesn't do that much more. They've been pretty good about not doing it for the most part so far, ever since those two events. But nonetheless, when I did see that metal cutter and reminisce about the smugglers camp, it brought back, I don't know, man. I went back to watch the old video, and like the loot that it gave, like it doesn't make sense why they got rid of it, because I mean, maybe back then the loot was like a little bit too good, but for now, dude, the loot that it even used to give, like if they brought it back exactly like it was, like I do think that the loot is relatively fair, and I don't know, man. It's something to do. It's a different thing to do, and I just hate when they get rid of things like that. But let me know what you guys think regarding that whole situation. But I think I summed up the general way that I feel about it pretty well. But I think I'm the only one who can really sum up how I feel about it, since I'm the one who's having the thoughts in his head and stuff. But okay, it's the time for a little bit of shotgun rain and a visit over here to our best buddy. Hello there, blind one. How are you doing on this fine? Oh god dang, I gotta hack my way in. Gotta put in the password. But spoiler alert, the password's password. The blind one doesn't have the best passwords. They're not the most secure. Hello, blind one. Your favorite body has returned. Ooh, doing 20 damage on the dot. I see you, blind one. That's perfect, because 5 of your hits is exactly 1 of my first aid kits. So that means we can go ahead and get to business, because I got some shotgun rain. I gotta go ahead and get to spread it all over your face, blind one. Squeezed in a solid amount of shots over there and a little bit over 200 damage. That is a pretty good sum, if I do say so myself. Let's go. Keep on charging that wall so I can keep on shooting your freaking face as soon as that charge is done. And you're gonna want to heal soon too, aren't you? Well, too bad. It is not dinner time. Don't you dare spoil your appetite, blind one. God, I feel like I gotta babysit you. Maybe I'm not the one babysitting. After all, let's think about it. It is Shotgun Rain that is doing the babysitting here, because Shotgun Rain is ultimately what is keeping the blind one in line. And by in line, I mean getting closer and closer to death. And can I get some more critical hits than what I'm getting right now? This is a little bit whack. I didn't get a single critical in that entire series of shots. So, not a huge fan of that. Keep on charging, baby. Oh, there we go. There's the 55 I was looking. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Can I get one more? One more. Oh, that's what I like. That's what I like. No. You can get back up above 200, but blind one, this is probably our last goodbye for today. It's been great catching up with you, just like I do every couple of days, but I can't wait to collect those red tickets and hopefully, crossing my fingers, collect a little bit of C4 over in that red ticket crate. So boom, shakalaka. Oh yeah, I think we ought to be able, oh, just one more 55, doesn't matter. See ya. Oh no, shotgun rain to you, blind one. See ya. What a wanna be. Thank you for all this good stuff you provided me as well. I appreciate that a ton. Let me just plop that in there, collect those 2 things, and be over on my merry way. But dude, I hate thinking back to the Smugglers camp. It was so much fun doing that, dude. Even if they brought it back now, I'd be happy. They'd be so awesome to even like have that as a throwback and be able to do stuff again. So I fear if you guys got that Smugglers camp, you know, chilling somewhere in the files. What files? I don't know. The files. You should totally just bring it back to the game. You know, that's what I'm saying, and I'm guessing that's what people are gonna be saying in the comment section too. So I think there's a good amount of support for it. But ooh, that metal cutter, man. That metal cutter is the main thing I'm looking forward to moving forward. The Smugglers camp, that's a pipe dream, but the metal cutter is a dream that is 100% coming true, because that is the next evolution of raiding, and getting into steel bases is gonna suck that our steel isn't gonna be as protected anymore. But I mean, as long as you honeycomb your base properly, you really shouldn't be too worried about losing losing much, even if you do have like steel portions of your base, because if you have enough wood surrounding it, for the most part, there's not much to worry about. You just have to worry about continuously becoming a freaking tree farm or something to supply all the wood you're gonna need. Let's toast the dog tags in, let's toss the chevrons, and of course a little bit of that notebookage, and let's see what the red ticket crate has for us, and then let's see what type of a raid the raiders got in store for us. What you got? Oh, let's go, baby! That's what I like to see. 3, C4. Woo! Good stuff, baby. Good stuff. Give me a little bit of that. Give me a whole ton of that. Honestly, I'm just gonna take all, collect what I can, and then I will do that, and I will collect that. Goodbye to the machete. There are bigger fish that I'd like to collect, mainly. Ooh, the Kalashnikovs. Do we have some more? Ooh, perfect. 4 of the first aid kits we could toss right there. That's another Kalashnikov we could collect. I could just go ahead and devour the rest of my jerky. I'm a hungry boy. Never mind. I'm not that hungry anymore. God dang it. What to do? All right, so some executive decisions have been made. Number 1, give me this new suit of armor. I'll keep the football helmet, though. I like the football helmet. It's pretty cool. Number 2, goodbye to you, Band-Aids. You're very trusty. You're very good, but I have a stack of first aid kits, and the amount of first aid kits I have back at home, both from just stockpiling them and raiding them, is a huge amount. So heals are not something I'm super worried about. And then what do we want? This pistol's about to break, so I'll leave you behind and I'll grab you full of brother. I'll come back for you, pistola, no worries, and I'll shoot you off. But that pistol's mainly, I think probably has like 5 to 10 shots left. It definitely didn't look like it had too much, but this C4 that I have in my inventory is looking rather marvelous. All right, though. Back on topic, we gotta go back at home. We gotta reorganize this inventory, put the stuff away, and then prepare for a little something known as a raid. And that little something is gonna be, we're prepared. All right, it's not 4 C4, but it's 3 C4. We should still be able to do plenty of damage to any type of base that is thrown at us, unless it decides to be a steel base. I'm really crossing my fingers that ain't the case. But we haven't come across any pure steel bases in a while, and even like the steel base we had last time, like I actually ended up looking up a video of that base, because there are some videos of that base being raided with the exact same loot, and we missed out. I think there was like an AK if we broke into a different room or something, and I think he had like a poop ton of SWAT armor, but I mean, I got a pistol and I got a couple of other minor things, so it wasn't a total L, but I still used more C4 than I would have wanted to at that raid. But still, could you imagine the things that must have been within the steel? After all, that was my goal, to break into the steel, thinking that maybe he didn't have steel totally surrounding that square within his base, because he had like stone walls on the outside and like a little bit of the steel exposed, but there was more steel than I thought. Long story short, check out the video if you guys want. We still got some pretty good stuff out of that one. It's a pretty quality raid, but hey, listen, even if there is steel stuff, there's still usually out of these bases, there's still quality stuff to be had outside of the steel. You know what I mean? But we got that 3 C4, and we should have a completado raider. So let me know about that base. I'm gonna go ahead and get my inventory prepared, and we are going raiding. And with the big bones put away, up to a total of 8, by the way. I wonder if there are gonna be any active skill mods moving forward that might need the big bones, in which case I'm happy I'm still stockpiling those, but we'll probably end up putting those to use. After the active skill mod update, we'll definitely stop stockpiling those and most likely put them to use with some sort of melee weapon. I wish, dude, if I could deck out like a gun with some bones. Ooh, we gotta be able to customize the Winchester and make some of that magic happen. That would be dope, like a bone Winchester. But for now, just go ahead and repurpose some of our guns so they're a little bit more fitted for what we do have at hand. Bada bing, bada boom. What do you know? We're looking good to go. We got this should be enough weaponry between the shotgun, the half-broken pistol, and the full durability pistol. We should be left over with just the pistol. We had a poop a ton of iron hatchets left over, so that's why we're rocking a little bit more than the road like we usually do, and just kind of rocking the rest of my normal hatchets we had as well. And someone play the dramatic, super over melodramatic music. We're riding into a raid. Well, right now we're actually just loading out of the base, and then within just a second here, there's a Oak Forest 2. Ooh, GT Fusion X. We're riding into that raid, ladies and gentlemen. And we have arrived at our destination, GT. I hope you're hiding some good stuff, all right? Because I'm on a freaking, I'm out for blood. Someone took a stack of cameras out of me. That is multiple potential lenses. And I have 11 lenses to my name. I would like to have more than 11, and it appears you are rocking some sort of a base, my dear friend. Oh, okay. Okay, it's definitely getting bigger. There's no chopper, though, or at least no completed chopper there is. Oh, god dang it. I thought just by the way that wrench was shaped that might be like a generator or something. Looks like he died over here. Nothing too amazing. Ooh, it appears. Oh my god, some of this stuff's already been broken into. Well, rip, there's nothing in there anymore. Okay, this is quite the interesting base we've come across. What is going on over here? Is it like a shrine to the crop gods or something? What in tarnation? We might break into those two trunks down the line. It looks like he was building some kind of structure up here, and he's got a couple more. This is a relatively random base, but it is a base that we do require some C4 to best. So let's plop that over into the inventory and let us see what the best location might be. I'm kind of tempted to go over by that wall. I am seeing, ooh, a recycler, actually. I mean, if we could do a double whammy, break into the recycle. I hope that's the recycle. I'm pretty sure that's the recycle that I'm seeing, but I don't want that to like accidentally be like the gun workbench or something, but looks like something's going on over there. This is the only location that really has a door. He does have like this over here. You know, how much noise will it make for me to break into this? YOLO, I don't care. 7 noise? Come on, man. I thought it might be like 2 or 4, kind of like the gun shelf, since it's a little bit less important. But no, I guess water's very important, so that's good to know. Let's go bada binging. Let's go bada booming. But most importantly, let's go out with a bang! Ooh. Okay, we're in some sort of we're in some kind of a base raid. We got some colored chests. I might investigate into that a little bit. We should have another C4 at our disposal here in just a little bit. We do have another enemy running our way. Shot a good raid to you, my good friend. See ya. Oh my god, get sent out flying, boy. But we do have a couple of chests over here. Oh, this is promising. Okay. What do we have over here? What do we have in these steel trunk chests? I'm definitely looking into what the rest of these chests have before I decide to move on. Okay. These chests are definitely worth checking out before we decide to move on to any other rooms. And is that a generator there by chance or something like that? Ooh, another blind one head. Let's go, baby. That's multiple blind one heads we are going to be able to have over the trophy room. I know that that's not good. We can't hang any additional ones, but dude, that's actually a great sign. This is a very good base as well. Like, he might not have a chopper, but he has quite a little bit of interesting stuff going on, and I want to continue looking into this. But a blind one head? Yes, sir. Thank you very kindly. And we might end up using a little bit more C4, just making sure we don't have any more in our inventory so we don't accidentally go kaboom on anything. Nothing else in this one, but it does appear that the raids are on the fast track to actually getting not garbage, because the past week or so, except for the past couple of days, raids have been pretty garbage. That appears to be changing a lot right now, and I kind of like it. So let me go ahead, at least for now, grab the rest of that SWAT armor. I'll leave you the football helmet, even though I don't think he'll actually get it, because that's not how the rating system works, unfortunately, since we're rating a copy of his base, not his exact base, since this is his base at a certain point in time. But definitely let's look into the red chest. Maybe the red chest is for guns, because fire power, firearm. Oh, let's go! Woo! This is, as one might say, very nice. Very nice. Okay, what are we getting rid of? Because there's a lot of weaponry we gotta go ahead and prioritize. Mainly, I'm getting all the weapons I can. And here's the thing. If I could fill up my inventory relatively full with weapons. Like, do we really want to break into even more of this guy's base? Because for once, I don't want to be greedy because I just don't know how much greedier we can be. Like, is it really worth? Because we only have a couple of free inventory. Like, oh, there could be stealing stuff within, but you know, it's always a close. Hold on, is this? Oh, and the generator too. Don't mind me. I'll just go ahead and haul that back to the chopper really quick, dude. Everything is going right now. And I kind of love it. Okay, so if this is the makeup for me not getting a revenge rate, I'm totally cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with it. This is a fly zone. It's no longer a no-fly zone. Raiders, if that's how you're gonna do me, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. So I hope that you enjoy the aluminum and M16 or whatever I left at base, because if more of these raids are on the way, that's something I could get behind. Because, we still have some noise to spare. I think we gotta keep going because this has definitely proven itself to be a quality base. We do still have 2 more C4. And there's always the chance that this could be one of those mythical floppy disk raids. And floppy disk raids are very, very nice raids. So I'll definitely put the beans away and I'll just grab myself one of these things and start going chappy chop with that. But I do believe we got to grab another C4 and also put some stuff away into the chopper. I know that I put the generator on the back, but we also do have a couple inventory slots. Definitely Mr. VSS, and I think the Raiders might value that pretty highly, so I'll leave the rest of the guns here. We're gonna have to do quite a bit of negotiating with them when we see them next time, though. Oof. But it's a good problem to have if this is the amount of loot we're coming home with, and we can go ahead and put a shotgun away too, because the C4 is coming out to play. Now, here's the question, though. Which room do we break into? Honestly, I kind of want to go towards the center here, since this appears to be kind of like the outskirts. I'm not seeing a chest over in that room, although it doesn't appear that anything being on the outskirts it kind of convinces this guy away from putting valuable things there, but oof, man, I just don't know what to do here. Because I don't want to use 2 more C4, especially because I think we're at right around 50 noise. So honestly, yeah, why don't we kind of go more towards the center and cross our fingers that this is where the goodies are. So let's plant that C4 and let's start across it, please, baby. Well, unfortunately, no. There are 2 chests up here. Ooh, one of them's a trunk. This is the gunsmith room, so there's a little bit of hope. I don't want to get too thirsty, man. There's always the chance that this isn't where the floppy disk is. We've already gotten so much good stuff, and dude, the floppy disk could be so good if it does exist, though, you know? Like, could one of these chests maybe exist with the floppy disk? That'd make me a very, very happy camper. No floppy disk there, but oh, más pistolas. Yeah, okay, you know what? Even if there's no floppy disk for us to re-up on C4, honestly, with the amount of weapons we're gonna be walking away with, I'm pretty okay with that. And we still got one more chest over here. We got those 2 random chests that never got broken into. As much as I'd love to use a 3rd C4 and continue breaking into the space, you guys gotta understand, our hands are pretty full of loot, so it'd be some diminishing returns we'd be getting as well, because even more pistols, like, I love it. I love it. Oh, what do I drop for this last one? That's another thing. Oh, you know what we can do, actually? Plop them over into the inventory. Haha, yes, sir. Yes, we can. And we still got another one that we got to break into, but it appears we've gotten everything from this chest we want. Although, okay, I got to use this hatchet to break into some things, but we'll still have a little bit of noise to play with after this as well. Oof. Oh, Bunker Z cards, too. Dude, this guy, it just sucks because, like, part of me is saying he has a floppy disk, but especially with the amount of noise we have left to play with, I just don't know if it's worth it. Also, we have so many first aid kits back at home. I value weapons more than first aid kits. Definitely some Bunker Z cards are being valued relatively heavily too. And then I'm going to use the rest of that hatchet to break through some of those chests that we had over in the western part of the base, because there were a couple left, but an inventory full of weapons. Today we have experienced a pretty quality raid, if I do say so myself. Is there good stuff per schnaps within these trunks that maybe was never touched before this? Maybe this is, nah, they're probably empty, but it's the best thing we got to break into. Honestly, we might even be able to break into this next one without the big one popping up, since we are at 92, and it did just break. Do we really want to break into that last one? I really do, but at the same time, that means we have to have our hatchet within one of our inventory slots. And just kind of based on the fact that there was absolutely nothing in any of those trunks, I don't know if that last one's worth breaking into. We don't have, like, we could break. There are definitely a couple doorways that could lead to promising stuff, but at this point, it's too late. We've committed, we've made a lot of noise, and there's still some stuff we got to grab instead. So let me fill up on my own beans, the leftovers. Please, oh, no leftovers for you. Sorry, I was going to say you can have the leftovers, but no beans for you. Beans are my nourishment, baby. But it appears we've gotten everything we could possibly want out of this raid. A new set of SWAT armor, an inventory full of weapons. Yeah, I'm definitely pretty happy. Is there anything else by chance? Like, we could look into this, but that's not completed or anything. Unfortunately, it's 20 scrap. Ooh, he was close, my lad. He was close, but no cigar. I don't really care about tickets too much. We should still have some solid stockpiles back at home. And I was thinking, honestly, yeah, I'm just going to grab the 5 turret parts, the 2 Z cards, and call that a raid. So that's going to start wrapping up this episode of Last Night of Survival, because from here, I'm not going to get the big one to come. There's really no point, so I'm just probably going to walk my merry way back home after. So that's going to start wrapping up for me for now. Can't wait to hear what y'all got to say about the metal cutter and the throwback to the Smugglers camp, and hopefully that you guys would want to see in the future, and hopefully Kafir sees our interest and is like, maybe, you know, maybe you guys' thoughts on what you might do with the Smugglers camp, change the loot, keep it the exact same, anything like that. But best of luck to you guys and gals. Get the Chopper gas tank, enjoy the Chopper Squadron. Best of luck breeding your pups, get the True Fred perk, leveling up your skills through doing all the zones, getting all the best blueprints you can, building them into attachments for the best weapons that you got, not to mention protecting your base and going out on dope raids like this and getting past the multiplayer wall, defeating all the bosses game has to throw at us, and most important of all, having yourselves an absolutely fantastic time all throughout. But that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one. I'll talk to the next one. See ya.